As we've discussed in detail on the page before, we still do not know the backstory and origin of Supreme Leader Snoke, after he was introduced to us all the way back in 2015 in The Force Awakens, and subsequently cut in half in The Last Jedi in 2017. Now the finale of the Skywalker saga approaches, and we still do not know the origins or even hints at origins of Supreme Leader Snoke. However, we have been hearing a lot of chatter and reports from all of the people behind The Rise of Skywalker, including actors, producers, and even the director himself, that we will in fact be getting some type of explanation on Supreme Leader Snoke. However, of course, it makes sense for it not to be the main focus of the movie. It will apparently be explained away, however. Just today though, we got some pretty interesting comments by Andy Serkis. For those of you that don't know, Andy Serkis was actually the actor that did motion capture for Supreme Leader Snoke in both The Force Awakens as well as The Last Jedi, as well as supplied the voice for Snoke. And while it's unknown if Supreme Leader Snoke will ever directly appear in The Rise of Skywalker, even though I would call this highly unlikely, it's still clear that Andy Serkis at least has some involvement in the picture, with him talking with People magazine, and he said some pretty interesting stuff about Snoke, even though it's about 2 sentences long. As to exactly why Andy Serkis was on the press tour for The Rise of Skywalker, he said, "I can't really say anything at all." But again, he was actually on the press tour for the movie where these comments come from. This is as far as Andy Serkis' explanation and talking about Snoke as far as The Last Jedi is concerned. I was reading through the scene with Rey getting super excited about this battle of wills, and lo and behold, we know what happened. It was a bit shocking to keep that secret, was almost as great as an acting challenge as seeing the lightsaber go through me in the picture. As far as Snoke in The Rise of Skywalker, this is all Andy Serkis had to say. I know what his backstory is, but I don't want to reveal it. His traits are born out of injuries from battle and a deep sense of revenge. So based on the fact that Andy Serkis was even lined up for an interview with People magazine, it does indicate that Snoke will have at least some involvement in The Rise of Skywalker, even if it's just a reference or an explanation and the character doesn't actually appear on screen. But what are your guys' thoughts on Andy Serkis' comments about The Rise of Skywalker as well as The Last Jedi? And are you still interested in learning where Snoke comes from? We have heard that J.J. Abrams has plans to wrap up every little plot thread that he can in The Rise of Skywalker, with Snoke even being mentioned by name, so the possibility that that story is in fact wrapped up is pretty likely. Anyway though, my friends, leave your thoughts on this in the comments down below. As always, may the Force be with you, and have a great day.